feminine drive. This is Warrior Empress, right? Some may know me as Iya Aje, or some may even know me as Allison. This is my first episode of the Feminine Drive. And before the program started, some people ask me, well, what is this going to be about? And I mean, it's so much to capsule in the Feminine Drive. But as the name suggests, it is geared towards speaking of feminine issues, what affects women in today's world, right? Now the topic is as far as it is wide. But ask me, well, what is this going to be? This is not a what should I say? This is a kind of, I mean, it's so much let your hair down kind of show. We don't want it to be too, regimented in a kind of strict professional sense. While it is professional, it's a relaxing show because I want it to be interactive. If you have any questions or you want to dialogue with me, well, of course, you have to do it online. And I'll try my best to respond. But this being the first edition, we kind of just vibes in, right? Let me just tell you a little bit about me and how this show came about. So, this is not a just pull out of the hat show. In 1996, I did the radio broadcasting program. I don't know how many of you know Edison Carr, right? And Peter Parker. I don't know how many of you know those names. But I did the radio broadcasting program back then because it was always my intent to do a talk show. I wasn't involved in the singing yet. Well, not serious. And, one thing lead to the next, and I never really focused on starting this talk show. It was going to be, just as I'm doing now, the show was going to be geared on dealing with women. Actually, the name of the show was going to be With Women in Mind. And I got the name because on 102, there is a present program called With Men in Mind, right? With Miss Norma Clark. And I remember telling her, I said, listen, I want to do something called With Women in Mind, And she said, but nothing is wrong with that. That sounds great. But as I said, one thing lead to the next, and I never really, follow up on it. Numerous things happen with me, And, but it always keep beating me, girl. I really want to do this thing, boy. I want to do this thing. And I came close to starting it last year on a radio station in conjunction with a friend of mine's. But she had an emergency in her family outside of Trinidad and Tobago, and she had to migrate. I say, Lord, it didn't happen then. And well, we know COVID is speaking to so many of us in different ways. We as creatives, we as artists, we are doing so many different things to stay relevant, right? And for us also to keep above board. I'll go to say not necessarily money, while we need money to function, more so to keep ourselves, as they would say, in the game, to keep yourself mentally sound, because we always entertaining people, but we need to be sound in mind as well. So I say, you know what? I love the music, and that ain't going anywhere soon, but I said, look, this is a chance for me to do a live Facebook show dealing with women. And you must make a start. You must make a start. Sometimes we wait for the avalanche to start. I am not that type of person. People who know me can tell you that I am not that type of person. When the vibes hit me and spirit talk to me, I just move. So this show, this Facebook Live, the Feminine Drive, is not something that just, I just pulled out of a hat. It was really something there in its embryonic stage years ago. You hear how long I tell you? I went and do the radio broadcasting program 1996. That's a long time, right? So that is as the birth of such a program. That's a little history. And I always feel very passionate. I've always been very passionate towards the issues concerning women. So much, boy, so much. You know, inequality, domestic violence, is so much. I've always been, as long as I could remember, I've always been a champion in my own way, where female issues are concerned, right? I don't know, and it must have been the fact that I have no brothers, no sisters. I'm an only child. And being a female as an only child, I didn't have a choice but to grow up tough, to know to defend myself, you know, and to champion all that I wanted to do in my life. I had to chart the course, you know. So that would have instilled a lot of values in me. That would have provided the platform for Warrior Empress that you know today. So, as I said, there are so many issues we could deal with. But what I have recognized, women, and we all come from different backgrounds, the way we were brought up influence our life a lot. The way we were brought up, religious influence, depends on your religious background, you know, that would also say a lot in how you view life and your role in life as a woman. Like, for example, I grew up here in women should be seen and not heard, you know. And I remember as a child, you know, on our weekends, you're going out with your mother, whether it's down the road or in Port of Spain, because I'm originally from Diego Martin. And you might see a friend and you're driving in a car and you ball out and them Charlene. And I used to get some good slap. Don't call out people's name from the car. That is not how you should behave. And, you know, you're not supposed to be loud. Women should be seen and not heard. And we, like for me, well, I ain't have to tell all you that didn't impact on me. Women should be seen and not heard. I used to always be heard when I need to be heard. You know, I say that I remember every test report, my teachers will put, talks too much, right? That will be in all my end of term report. So I was always good in academics, in my grades. I didn't have a problem with that, but this child can do better, talks too much. And because I would talk, yes, or I will challenge the teachers, I would ask them what I have to ask them. And you know, growing up, and I'm giving you all my take on it, because I have to speak from my experience. You grow up feeling, well, boy, that bad boy. You know, I should hush, and you shouldn't really challenge people, and do ask nothing. As a woman, hush them out, and you're supposed to be dainty, and don't laugh loud, and you know, all these different things. And that has influenced me somewhat, or I should say confused me, not influence, because at this stage in my life, I tell people I'm living my best life ever. And when I say that, it has very little to do with tangible and a set of money and all. No. Been there, done that. It has to do with knowing who I am. Because primarily you're growing up and everybody has something to tell you as a female, how they think you should behave and what you should do. And as I said, it would have confused me, you know. Track and field helped shape my life as a female, getting involved in sport. That has helped shape me and solidify who I am. You know, that toughness and listen, this is who you are. I was never a powder puff woman. I was never the powder puff, you know, that was never me. I could be soft if I need to be, but generally that's not me. The cameraman laughing. I could be soft if I need to be, but that's not me. And you see, we must be honest about ourselves, right? Some people say, Warrior, you're aggressive. Some say you're firm. Some even say, girl, you F up, eh? Me, you know, might be all of the above. But I think I am who I am, and it is important to owe up to who we are. And as women, I think that's the start. Recognize who you are. Don't let nobody wax you and have you confused. You know? Now, in all fairness to fellow women, I did not arrive at this stage overnight. Nice? I went through my thing and still going through, because it's continuous growth and development. But you see that confused state where this one pulling, that one pulling, and you're like a yo-yo? I give thanks that I came from that place, and I am now in a position where, you know, I am strong and resolute in who I am. And everybody wouldn't get there at the same time, right? And this is why the stronger woman, we have to work with those who are not so strong. I can tell you, sometimes I'm able to do something, and years ago when I was younger, I used to say, but how she can't do that? But that's so easy, because sometimes we don't have patience. We don't have patience with fellow women. We don't have patience. But again, as I said when, earlier talking, everybody grew up different values. Some people go through a lot of stuff, in their upbringing, environmental, whatever would have impacted them in the environment they grew up in. Is so much. So you don't have that information, and your maturity level, or my maturity level at that point in time, was not to assess, maybe they didn't reach that stage yet, I didn't have the patience. But growth is something else, as a female. You see, growth and development, it is awesome. Because when you allow growth and development to take place, especially spiritual growth and development, it is awesome. The way you embrace life, the way you live life. And I say spiritual growth and development. Notice I didn't say religious growth and development, right? Because everyone, their perception of religion and God, and everybody have a different perception, and I ain't going down there tonight or this evening, right? There is one God, and everybody have the right to view that as they deem fit. As I just say, do what works for you. That's my mantra. Do what works for you. So I'll use the word spiritual growth and development, because that speaks to your inner being of who you are. That's what I mean by spiritual growth and development, right? It speaks to your inner self. And when there is growth and development in that area, trust me, the things that start to open up in a different kind of a way. Things really open up in a kind of a way that you see life as, how to put it, what you would have seen as problems, right? Or if you used to be a person always complaining, hey, I could have complained. Oh gosh. And I like truth, I real. If you don't know me, I am a real person. Straight up. That's why some people, they say I F up. Me F up. I straight. I believe that's the way to be. I kind of just package it a little better now. Long time, you used to get it raw. But again, growth and development. So just package it a little different now. But I believe in being real and truthful. I don't believe in chaining up people and being pretentious and things. I find that just cause pain down the road. So when we recognize as females, when we get to that juncture where we accept who we are, things just start to open up in a nice way. I just tell people, I just laugh at me, I accept and love me so much, I just laugh at me. Like, some of my friends will wear nice little shorts, and I say, hey, I had 2K foot. You see shorts? When I was young and I didn't care, but not now. I real conscious. I had 2K foot. Me ain't going in no thing for people to laugh at me. I laughing at myself. Me ain't waiting for you to laugh at me. I'm very comfortable with who I am, and I could make a little joke on myself. We must be able to reach that level. But as I said, It is step by step. Step by step. The strong woman have to assist the weak woman. We can't talk sisterhood and we can't talk love and we cutting up one another. Right? It's not easy. Simple thing as paying another woman compliment. Hey, you look real good, girl. You know that real hard for plenty women to do? That really, really difficult for plenty women to say, she look real good. Me ain't gonna lie. She looking real good. And nothing in wrong with that. Nothing in wrong with that. By telling somebody they're looking good, or whatever area you feel to compliment them in, as a female, that will not take nothing away from you, you know. Nothing, nothing, nothing. I love to do that. But what I realize, again, some females, I've told females one or two in person, like I put a spin and I say, sister, you look real hot, girl. And they watch me like, something wrong with she, you know. So they themselves don't know how to receive the compliment. But I love to do that. Oh gosh, I love it bad. Right? So, there is no, my producer tell me, you see your first show, you could talk about your first show not going to be no long thing, eh? Yeah, that's what you say. Well, but you know when vibes start to move me and I start to talk. And? Right. So, as I said, when we arrive at that level as females where we could accept who we are, things open up differently. We vibrate on a different frequency that we are now comfortable to help each other, because you could only help from a position of strength. Eh? Don't fool yourself. You're catching your tail, you're depressed, and you're really, it's going on, you can't help nobody. Don't fool yourself. Again, I am speaking from experience. You hear what I'm telling you? I know it is to be, how to put it, boy? I'm going to use the word depressed, eh? I may have suffered not very deep, but some form of depression. You know, I would have faced job retrenchment. I faced 2 back-to-back job retrenchment. Whap. And there wasn't no small paying jobs. And let me tell you something. I remember me even going in my mailbox because I ain't want to go there. It have bills. What I'm going there for is only mails. You understand? I ain't going in my mailbox. I ain't coming outside. And within that, now, I also used to hear my grandmother saying, if you have $2 in your pocket, walk the road like you're $2 million in your pocket. That is one thing. I ain't think nobody could ever say they see me anyway looking donko soro and hang up. I ain't playing that one. I getting in the makeup and I fixing up my face. I ain't care my pocket dry. And I getting out there looking hot. That is one thing I ain't playing. So when I walk out there, people never used to know what I going through. Right? And I still used to get people asking for assistance, people inboxing me, people calling me for money borrow. And I used to say, boy, if them know it's pain with me. And I don't know, like one time somebody tell me, nobody ain't gonna believe you going through anything. I said, but why? Why they wouldn't believe that? But I say all that to say, I wasn't in the proper frame of mind to help nobody, whether financially or otherwise. Because listen, I tell all you, I think I put up a post on Facebook where I say, I went through some things already that would have make some people sit down very comfortable in sentence, going staring mad, right? So that's that period I'm talking about. I couldn't help anybody. You can't help anybody when you are weak, right? Of course, you will converse with them and think, but I'm talking about meaningful help. You can only do that from a position of strength. So, the strong ones, the strong females who understand and would have gone through certain journey in life or journeys, then they can reach out to other females who are not so strong and then understand the dynamics of this life, you know, to that extent, right? We must be patient with them. And we really must be willing to help them. We must. Now, I don't believe in cutting out my nose to spoil my face. It'll help and it'll help. I do not believe in cutting out my nose to spoil my face. I believe in the concept of teaching somebody to fish and they will have fish for the rest of their lives. Every day giving a man a fish, you know, he knocking your door every day. So we have help and we have help, right? So in everything, wisdom must apply. In everything you do, wisdom must apply. If I have one plate of food, I, Warrior Empress, not giving you that and stay hungry, sorry. I will give you some, so both of us could eat, right? I am not going to give you the whole plate of food and then when I give you it, I mean, boy. But you know, I should not give you that plate of food. Now I hungry and I have nothing to eat. That is stupidity, yeah? And you see that? I don't relate to that. So as I'm saying, in all things we do, wisdom must apply. Wisdom must apply in terms of how we relate to people. Females, let me specifically use the word female because, you know, the program is geared towards that. Wisdom must apply. Wisdom. You don't want to lose yourself. In all that you do, self-preservation is paramount. You don't want to lose yourself because when you lose yourself, you ain't good for yourself, how you going to be good for anybody else? Right? So, as females, to the stronger ones out there, who are assisting others, wisdom is paramount. Now, sometimes people would say, I ain't no trained psychologist, you know, me ain't no trained counselor, me helping nobody. Let me tell you something. And while that is factual, our ancestors, our foreparents, our grandmother, you see, before I go any further, you see my grandmother, God rest her soul. Listen to me. Granny always taking people in the house. I don't know my grandmother was any professional counselor, but she was always talking to somebody, always helping. At time, Granny taking our whole family. I will never forget that. Mother and children, and we had to sleep. Them time is fiber mattress. We had to sleep on the ground on the mattress. Granny taking our whole family. I said, but where these people going? Well, first thing I started study, them going and eat my share of food. I'm telling you the truth. I say, but because I know we done cutting it kind of close, here and I tell people the only time I eat leg and breast and thing and chicken is when I get big woman and working and spending my money. You ain't eaten meat long time, you know, because you know it was rough. You're getting the wing. And not the wing, the part like the drumstick, the other part. So when I see my grandmother taking these people, I say, but where them going? Who food them going and eat? But my grandmother would have helped so many people, counseled so many people, helped so many people. Right? And I go check my phone for comments just now, eh? You all bear with me. I want to flow with the vibes now, you know, I want to flow. Granny would have helped so many people and counseled so many people. But of course, as a child then, how I go see the value in that? I say, but I only studying, as I tell you, my food and what these people doing in the house and the way we clothes, right? And so I'm sure a lot of us could recall family members, whether it's your grandmother, your grandfather, your aunt, helping people and counseling people. Some people have a natural gift. Some women have that natural gift of reaching other women. You understand? It's just something, you know, we were all born with different gifts. We could reach somebody. It's like school. I have done tertiary education. Let me tell you, it has some classes I don't want to go. Because when the lecturers start to talk, I can't make heads nor tails where he's in. I say, oh God, boy. But you know, you had a certain contact hours, so I had to go. I used to say, but I don't understand nothing this man teaching. And it will have a next lecturer. When the time up for class to finish, I say, already? Right? Because each of us connect with people differently. So we have women who are natural counselors. They're natural with it, boy. They will reach you. Right? I don't want to call her name, but I have a friend. And I know she's watching. She lives in Tobago. Listen to me. I say, see you, lady. Since we met each other, I say, you have a kind of way you just reach me, boy. When you're here, I hot, my head hot, and I puffing, and when she done talk to me, I boil right back down, and she would bring things to me in such a way that she's just melt me. Because let me tell you this, and this is probably an area for me to work on, because no one is perfect. I can't hear stupid talk in my head for too long. If you're making sense, oh gosh, it's an extra energy. I have to talk to myself to be patient. And she would reach me, boy, like she knows that, and she know what to say to reach me, to give me the answers. And that is somebody I admire. She has that ability, right? Because I'm not an easy person to reach. Again, I know me. I am not an easy person to reach. As they would say, BS, baffle brains. Yeah, I am who I am, and I was sent on this earth for a purpose. Each one of us have a purpose. So we have to know ourselves. I don't believe in pretending and lying, and I don't believe in that. You know who is Warrior Empress, you know who is Allison, and we deal with each other respectfully and accordingly. So I was saying, a lot of us have it natural to reach other women. And once we recognize that, I think we should use it to our advantage to help others, right? You see that situation that happened this week, I think it was earlier this week, with the mother of 4 who was brutally murdered by her companion. Well, he committed suicide after. Boy, all kind of question went through my head with that, boy. All kind of question, all kind of thing. Of course, I don't have the answers. But all kind of question I start to ask myself, boy. All kind of question, if this person was going through this, how long? If anybody tried to help. Listen, that real touched me. That real touched me. Did you reach out to anybody? What really was going on in a scene like that? And if as a woman, you cannot relate, or when I mean relate, if you cannot feel a sense of remorse or sorrow for what happened, I don't know why. I want to say something wrong with you, but it kind of would be unheard of if a female, any female, you don't have to have children to relate or to feel a sense of hurt to what happened to that young lady. That real bother me, boy. That real bother me. As with many other domestic violent cases, it does bother me. Listen, I talking straight. As a man talk to me too hard, I ready to fight, I ready to run up in your face. Now, all women may not be like me, right? All women may not be like me. As you see, you want to rough me up and talk to me too hard, I just get different. I just start to malfunction. Because I believe we could work things out differently. You don't have to talk down to me and embarrass me and want to hit me and then to tell me you love me. I have a problem with that. But let me just watch the comments. Here now, I forget my glasses. That is the next thing. Right? So let me see. Diddy Smith is on. Right? Thanks for being on. Miss Diane. Right? Janelle. Terry Lyons. Right? We have Juliana. Karen Eccles. Oh gosh, the glasses. I didn't have it on. Bear with me. Right? Maria Bola. Hey, you set your alarm then? Because I remember Maria said she had to set her alarm. Maria, you set the alarm. Right? Yeah. You ain't late at all. Heidi, boy. All the way in Atlanta. Beverly Daniel. Right? Hey, guys. You're welcome to, Fellas, you're welcome, And as I said, today's the start. Right? You're welcome. I want you all to join as well, because we're going to be touching some sensitive topics as, we go along with this program. Every series, we're going to be touching some sensitive topics. And I know the guys would want to have something to say, because men Men that say over and over, women need to understand them. And women will say the same. But what is for sure, we have to coexist harmoniously. Yeah? We have to coexist. Hazel Bailey, Ricardo, yeah, look, we have a guy. Carl, Tracy, right? Thanks for logging on. Right, so as I was saying, this program is geared towards, this live is geared towards empowering women. We discussing, right? Actually, there is an online radio. We didn't hook up that for this live, but there is an online radio that y'all can call in, that I will hear y'all, hear questions, invite you to the discussion, that kind of thing. But you know, first session. And as I said before, when spirits speak to me, I just move. So I could easily say, put it off now and have everything in place. I just move. I just get the wheels in motion and things will fall in. Right? I said it's starting this Friday. And as far as I'm concerned, I made an appointment with the universe to start today at 8 o'clock. I don't mix matters with that. And we start. And I'm thankful for the persons that are on the live. So this is a program that we want to be talking about issues surrounding women. I'm freely talking today. But from next Friday, we're going to be dealing with a specific topic. So we're going to stay on a topic. If it's going to be domestic violence, whatever it is, we're going to stay on that topic, right? And deal with issues in a particular area. But today, as I said, I'm just giving an overview. I'm talking freely. I'll give a little thing about myself, right? And I'm saying generally, for me, growth and development really starts when we accept who we are as women. Now, generally, anybody, male or female, growth and development really starts when we accept who we are. Do you and you, if you all know that song, that was from 2019, that is what inspired me to write that song, The You and You, right? Because even though I come a long way, I come from a long way, I still will be struggling with little things, and I say, girl, So I sat down with the pen and I see, who are you? And that's how I write that song. And there are some people who tell me I could never write a next song like that. Maybe better. But that was a message to everybody. But I'm saying here now specifically, we must accept who we are as women. And you see, labels, that is the next thing. We love to label women, We as women love to label women. We love to pong other women. We love to label them. I too, I would say, I don't be on that now. If I had to say something, I would say what I say. And I feel what I could say in your face, what I could say when you're not there. I could tell you when I meet you and say, hey, I was to tell you so and so. I brave like that, right? But I come from a place where I used to pong, yes. We love to label women. We don't have the facts and we label in women. We love to label. I think the society on a whole, we suffer from that. We love to label people, boy. You see a chick in her short pants fitting her tight, and you know how much skettle she is. You know how much man she take before. Just by the way she dress. We know how much man that woman take before, we good so. So all those are things that a lot of us have to heal from. We have to heal from it. And we must be open about our faults. We cannot be in denial. That is not healing, Healing is not hypocrisy, Healing is being... I ain't tell you hold a placard and tell everybody, hey, I'm sorry for... No. Yourself. I'm talking about dealing with self, admitting to yourself. I was reading... I can't remember the gentleman's name, but Chadwick Boseman, the co-star in The Five Blood, he was saying that, I can't remember the co-star name, but the guy who co-starred in it with Boseman, he was saying he was so excited to act with him. So when he went home, his wife asked him, so how it was acting with, Chadwick? And he said, he looked like he a little precious. So the wife said, well, what do you mean? He said, well, it have a man massaging his back when he come off of set. A woman massaging his feet. His girlfriend always holding his hand. He say, like this Black Panther thing going to his head. And I was looking at the video where he broke down and cried and said, you know, he was judging him. He did not know that he was battling colon cancer. And that those people around him, they probably needed to be there to help him make it through. And he was judging him and saying, but look at here, this Black Panther thing like it get to his head. You know, he had this one massaging his feet and whatever. And he admitted, he say, you know, he feeling so terrible and he broke down, right? So a lot of us as females, we judge other women. We judge them. We judge them badly and terribly. And 90% of the time we're wrong. We real wrong, boy. We wrong side bad. I have suffered from it. I am sure a lot of you have been the victim of being wrongfully judged. All right. I'm saying we could start over. We could flip that script. We have to flip that script if we are going to be meaningful assistance to other females. If it is in your heart, you are saying, look, let me reach out to Susan. I hope it know Susan on the live. I just call her name. Don't reach out to Susan because it looks good. Reach out to Susan because in your heart, you want to assist Susan with a situation. Right? Don't just do it because you go get a little pips. Do it because in your heart, that is what your spirit moving you to do. Right? Reach out to her. We have to heal from a lot of things as women. We have to heal from a lot of things as women. We have to heal. I had a lot of healing to do. Plenty healing to do. Plenty healing. And as I said earlier on, I am living my best life ever. It had nothing to do with money. When I say that, I will love the plenty money, but I don't make money a problem. I don't make it a problem because I live in my life. I just happy and positive. I don't make money a problem. I don't go hungry. I don't have no salary coming. I am a performance artist and I ain't go hungry one day in this COVID time. Because I really believe what you vibrate and what you put out in the universe is get back. I really believe that. I am living it, you know. It's just for us to just be the best that we can be. Be the best that we can be. And that started to hit home for me. Again, as I said, my friend that lives in Tobago, right? I'm not going to call her name because she didn't give me permission to call her name, but she on the live. She would have brought that home so different to me. She said, look, just be the best that you could be and, you know, just be the best. And there was always room for growth and development. Another thing, the skill our vibes as women. We hinge on to what people say. And understandably so. Understandably so. Right? We listen to what people say and then we say, oh gosh, so this. Okay, I will take myself. I'm a vocalist. I'm a dancer. And at times, I am very hard on myself. I just set some flats and I just sing something. I say, oh gosh, boy. You know? But when persons say to me, sometimes I get a little antsy. But I would also say to myself, say, boy, I ain't like how that note come out, you know. I ain't like how that note come out at all. And then somebody will tell me it and I go on home and I pondering on that. And I think, and oh God, I wish I could have erased that whole song and I wish I didn't sing it. And oh gosh, that's another thing. We are very hard on ourselves. Now though, again, hear what I'm saying. Everybody would not be at the same level. I am sharing my experience because I'm hoping it would inspire somebody. Now, I take it all in stride because the way I see it, boy, I really is to sing. I had real improvement to do. You know how much exciting things I could do that I have in my head? So for me, I look at it now as it's plenty improvement. I have seen so much improvement with myself, and yeah. So I look forward to the criticism now because I really excited about my musical career. I really excited about the singing thing. So I want to hear the feedback. It wasn't always like that. It wasn't always like that. But again, submitting myself to the universe for growth and development. If we close up, if we had this attitude where, there will be no growth. And added to that, nobody ain't going to tell you nothing. That's the next thing. Me ain't telling she nothing now. Not me. Me ain't nothing to tell she. And we like to say, well, me ain't care. Me ain't bong for nobody. That is another false statement. Everybody bong for somebody. I bong for people. In the sense that I like that interaction. Whilst I have to walk my own journey, I bong for people. I would not say I ain't bong for nobody. I ain't saying that foolishness. Again, in my younger years, I would have said that. But yes, I bong for you. I bong for you, yes. We need each other. We need each other. We need to support each other. I am so passionate about really empowering women and seeing some women move from a level that they could be so confident within themselves. You see confidence? You see confidence? You all might believe me, as I said, I'm an only child. No brothers, no sisters. And low self-esteem was another issue I had suffered from badly. Yes, me. Big bad warrior empress now. Right? And I remember going to school. I went to junior sec, Diego Martin Junior Sec, I think it's Diego Martin North Secondary. You know they rename all them schools. And then my going to school, yeah boy, my school days, my early teenage days, it was bad. Self-esteem, I know what I used to be dealing with. It's not a nice thing having low self-esteem. Don't matter what nobody tell you. You just, and it will take a lot to probably say what I would have done to get out of it, but there's a number of things. As I said before, I got involved in sports, and that helped me a lot. Being involved in some kind of activity, I always tell parents too, you see music. I wasn't seriously involved in music when I got my son involved in send him to learn to play guitar. He didn't want to, but I named mother, I named parents, so I sent him to learn guitar. And he didn't regret it, right? And he was also involved in sport. He learned to play football, etc. So I got involved in sports. I got involved in activities. I remember after school, I in the savannah practicing, I going home in the night. Because for me, that is what was speaking to me at the time. And of course, my little athletic talent came out, and I got involved in netball and different things. And, as I got older, these things build on my confidence. They build on my confidence. Until now, as I said, I don't want to say immovable, but it will take plenty to move me. Real plenty at this stage in my life. Because I have been through the mill, as they say. A well cook and curry. A well cook and curry. I really believe that all my battles that I've been through is for a purpose. It is for a purpose. I have people that will say, Gil, you real strong boy. You real strong. But I wasn't born with this strength. Even though my destiny was already outlined for me, I had to develop the strength. Right? That I could now do what I am doing here and speak to others and encourage others to know that whatever situation you're in, you could get out. Just find the right person. Find the right person, because our next thing with us females, I know some people tell me, girl, I doesn't want nobody help me now because you see next thing my business on the road and they have to talk and yeah, we know about that too. That's not nice. That's the next sore point, right? You know, you help somebody, you know, a sister business, and next thing everybody know. That is not nice. Or when all you fall out, everybody know. So some people, they kind of in the corner, they want to reach out. Some sisters want to reach out. They want to tell you they're going through domestic violence. They want to tell you, girl, I ain't had nothing in my house to eat. They want to tell you they have a daughter with teenage problem, but they had bad experience before. So they want to talk to nobody. They want to talk to no woman. Because that talk thing and reproach. Oh God. Hey, I just feel the ground could open. You see reproach? Lord, is what I just feel like the ground could open. I don't like it at all. So I could relate to people who don't like that. I don't like it. Tell me what you have to tell me. And let me patch up that. If we had a fallout as sisters and we fix that. Right? Because really, women are so special, Females are so special. And in my next, because I sure getting ready to wind me down. Women, we were created divinely, right? We are divine. Again, this is not about religion. This is about who we are, the feminine essence, our role in this world. We were created divine. When you have knowledge of who you are as a female and the energy you embody, that will propel you to a different level. When you understand the energy you bring, right, into this world, your purpose, you would start to see yourself real differently. A lot of women don't know who they are. And I'm not talking about you're bright, you're academical, or you don't know who you are in terms of whether you could sing, you could dance. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about the essence of who you are, right? A lot of women don't understand that part of them. They have no knowledge of it. They have no knowledge. So when they get that type of knowledge, then they understand how, you see the chest does get a little, for me, you know, you start to assert yourself different, boy. You, as they say, you start to feel like a bite up shilling. The information is important. The information is important, and that's what I would be dealing with next Friday. Who we are as females, and I'm not talking about physical. I'm not talking about who had dimples and who real cute and who are Coca-Cola shape. I ain't talking about that. Who we are, the feminine essence. Who we are. I'm going to be dealing with that next live, right? And it has nothing to do with religious belief, because I think for the little studies I do and research, all religious belief system, women are the same basically. I'm not talking about, well, you know, there are some cultures where women, I'm not talking about the fact that some women can't talk and they have to be the background. I ain't dealing with those physical things. I'm dealing with who we are, because all women can reproduce, right? Unless you have a medical condition. All women, we are mothers. We have that nurturing spirit. When we get pregnant, we can, you know, we are mammals, we can breastfeed. All women have menstruation, you know. I'm talking about the common things among women. So I'm going to be dealing with that on the next live, and how that makes us divine, and where that has placed us in the universal scheme of things, that we should know that we're not normal. We're not normal. And as I would say, we have the ashe. We have that ashe. We have it. Women, listen. Sometimes people would say, yeah, nah, if I had to come back in this world, I want to come back a man. I want to come back a woman. I want to come back no man. I want to come back a woman. I would do things much differently because the information I have now, I would do things much differently. But I want to come back a woman. I want to come back a woman. So let me just Maria, you like bacchanal or what? Sorry, Terry Lance, we're not talking about dimples. You and Terry. Terry Lance, not me, eh? I did not say it. Hi, Marisha Ransom. Hi. Donna Thomas. Welcome, Beverly. Olumbe. My drummer boy. Real supporter, no? Maureen. Hi, Mother Maureen. Thank you for watching. And I will really try to come by this week. Right? So, I think I had to kind of wrap up. Right? If anybody have any specific topic that they would like to be discussed going along, you could put it up on the live. Right? If you have any question you want to ask me, my life is an open book. Right? And that is how we inspire others. I'm going to talk from my experiences. Right? That's how we're going to reach other sisters. I'm not on no pedestal. And even if I was on one, again, as I said, life would have taken me through stages where I had to be where I am today in order to fulfill my destiny. Right? I could have done my own thing years gone by. I can't do my own thing again. I cannot do what I want with my life anymore. And that's the truth. Right? I used to do my own thing. But each one of us have a purpose. And when you find that, and you start to fulfill that, you understand, you now start to live. So we only do what we want for a time. Only for a time. Nice? So, if you want to ask me any question, Baba Tamba Gwindi, thank you for joining. Thank you for the blessings. Thank you. Stephanie Charles, good evening. Hi, Delia. All the way in my Yarrow people. What Janice, Delia? Wahida said we had an earthquake. We had an earthquake? I ain't feel anything. Seriously, we had an earthquake? People saying we had an earthquake. I really didn't feel anything. I did not feel anything. I hope it wasn't too bad. Marisha said no. Okay, well, I know. Sometimes it depends. You know, some people in South may say they feel it. Some up North say they feel it. But, so we want to wrap up now. And I will be bringing on guests. Yes, it's not only going to be about me, right? Guests going to be on. So we'll have times that I would bring somebody on. Could be a fellow artist to talk about their life, whether it's as a mother, right? How they, you know, what challenges they had as a parent and how they overcome that, or how they marrying both their artist life with motherhood. You know, because we want to encourage females, we want to encourage females. Right? You see, in this COVID time, real women going through pressure. Plenty people going through pressure. That's why I say, see this live, it ain't no set a straight jacket thing. Is I let your hair down, green verbs go fly, I talking. Nice? Is a relaxed kind of thing. Because people under pressure. Real women under pressure. Mothers under pressure. I just thank God my two children, they are adult now. I'm missing my son, my daughter here, but I'm missing my son. He would have been visiting, but borders closed, you know. But that is probably a small thing, you know. But I'm talking about it, our females going through real pressure. Mothers going to have plenty females going through real pressure in this COVID time, right? Some of them, they may not come out and say it, but people going through stress. People going through stress, right? We want to reach out and help each other. Women, I am not going to embody the statement, a woman is a woman, worst enemy. You see that crap? We grow up hearing that when you embody things, it manifests. Right? If you want to live believing a woman is a woman's worst enemy, well, then that go manifest. Then you ain't go have a woman friend and you go be bacchanal with all women because you don't have it in your head that a woman is an ex-woman enemy. So there are certain sayings and things we need to, put on the sideline. Right? Women like ourselves, we know we fussy, we this, we that, right? But, I mean, come on. To say a woman is our next woman enemy, right? Don't embody that. Hear what I just say. My spirit wouldn't connect with everybody's spirit, right? The spirit in me may not be compatible with the spirit in you. So, I just hold my corner, but me I hate you. There are people we just have to keep our social distance from, but I mean I hate you, darling. But it might be best if I just hold my corner, right? But I wouldn't say, I'm not going on and embody that kind of vibes. Not me. I come out to live. And I come out to live positively. Right? So we don't want to embrace those kind of things. No, you just need to learn people. You have a friend, she don't like something, try your best not to do it. Right? We need to understand people and stop saying, well, people are our enemies. Everybody wouldn't like us. And sometimes them don't even know why they ain't like you, So, sometimes people ain't like you and they don't know that sister that you feeling like you. Sometimes that sister struggling with some issues that she ain't even like herself. Right? And it might just be a case of getting to know you. Much people used to warrior this and warrior that. And when they get to know me, they say, but warrior, me I know you so cool. Again, because, they didn't take that step forward in getting to know me. So, I just get my cue there to wrap up. I get my cue to wrap up all year. So, I'll leave you all with this until Friday, right? Remember, next Friday we're dealing with the feminine essence of women. We're going into that. Really, who are we? I'm talking with the physical. Right? I ain't talking that part. We're going into who we really are as women. Right? How the universe sees us. The ashe that we have. I use an ashe because that's a Yoruba term. But that divine essence. We're going to deal with that next Friday. So, I want to say thanks to all of you who would have joined me on the live first edition. We didn't do too bad. Right? Thank you for taking time this Friday for liming with me. And you can have your questions put aside. I know everything, but have your questions for that topic next Friday so we could have a better interaction. I'm supposed to have a board so I would see things on the live and not have to be looking at my phone. So, take care of yourselves. Nothing lasts forever. I don't think the world is going to go back to how we knew it. So it's important to make adjustments. And in everything you do, you see a mental fitness, mental fortitude is important. Guard your mental fortitude. Don't let nothing stress you out unnecessarily. Yeah? Don't let nothing stress you out. Stay calm. Love yourselves, women. Right? Love yourselves unconditionally. Doesn't matter. Nobody is perfect. Love yourselves and stay blessed until we join each other next Friday, 8 o'clock. Alright, so from Warrior Empress, plenty love, plenty love, plenty love. Ashe.